Hark, yea, listen close, and hear the tale of Nottingham great in shadows pale.
I've been meaning to give Gangs of Sherwood a try for a long time now, and I actually rented a copy from Gamefly a few months ago to review. And then I couldn't because they sent me a defective disc and I never re-rented it. I know, hard to believe a PS5 disc in 2024 that somehow doesn't read. If the disc was dirty or damaged, I couldn't figure out where. But I was browsing the PS5 trials and noticed Gangs of Sherwood now has a 2-hour trial available. Don't quote me on how long this has been up on the store. I wanted to see if Gangs of Sherwood is any good because of the trailer. They didn't need to go this hard on promoting a budget title, but they did anyway. Give it a listen.
Gangs of Sherwood, they ride so free through the forest and into the city. Join the resistance, fight for justice, fight these armies.
Oh, be ruthless.
You have a choice of 4 characters, of which I tried out one being Robin Hood. The story is set in a retelling of what else but Robin Hood, with the twist being that it's also kinda steampunky. What this means is that the developers have the green light to throw in crazy armor designs, shields, big machines, or just any metal or electrical contraption that they can think of. And I like how the game looks, and the world seems pretty darn interesting if you ask me. You could do a lot with this premise. Gangs of Sherwood strikes me as a title that most people are going to find repetitive. Now, I have a long history of playing repetitive games and enjoying them, and maybe it's because I only got 2 hours into Gangs of Sherwood, but I didn't mind the combat that much and didn't get bored during my playtime. You very quickly get into the same attack combos you're comfortable with, so I can only speculate that around hour 10 this might be a lot more grating. More importantly, gamers are going to find Gangs of Sherwood easy as hell. I didn't die once during the demo, only got close ones, and I was playing on half brain dead Friday after work mode. Your slightly sweaty gamer is going to blast through this on heroic without getting hit once, owing to the game's generous combo system. Bosses do not take much to kill, combos are not that hard to build up, and if you are chaining attacks and building your combos, you can generally knock them out in 10 seconds or less. And as you progress through the levels and get gold, you donate it at checkpoints, and level up your gang power and get even stronger, making the game even easier. I got my ass kicked in one part of the later level, and it did barely any damage to me. You'll use that gold between levels to buy upgrades and new abilities. My only grievance is that gold appears to be per character. You can't grind gold with Robin and use it to upgrade Friar Tuck. So much for distributing the wealth. The only thing I hated about the combat is the rating system, and I really only hated it because it's broken. You're supposed to get a rating at the end of each combat encounter, which gives some gold, but more often than not, the screen never popped up even though there were no enemies around, and I had to move on to the next area. I lost a lot of B ratings to it, simply never finishing up and punishing me for it. The biggest problem with Gangs of Sherwood is that it very clearly didn't do well. There was literally nobody playing on Steam when I wrote this review at 1 AM on a Friday night. The last patch the game got was in January of this year, and the game still has some problems. For my own experience, this meant booting into the second level only to have the game crash, and then loading it up and having it crash a second time, and then a third time. And then finally on the 4th attempt it loaded, and after that I didn't have any crashes. But considering the devs at Appeal Studios seem to have eaten their losses and moved on, it's probably unlikely these big bugs will ever be fixed. Who knows though, they've claimed to be working on a patch for the last few months now, and it's probably a skeleton crew of a couple people working on it in their spare time. Check out Gangs of Sherwood with the PS Plus trials, and like and subscribe for more of these videos.